All right, so this is a science article. It's from the concourse.deadspin.com. If you go to Deadspin, you see a lot of funny articles. Some of the articles are just about entertainment, others are about silly little facts and things like that. So, this one is an article that I saw in another person's timeline or their newsfeed, whatever it's called for Facebook. And the title is Which is Scarier, Space or the Ocean? The Great Debate. It's filed. It's funny how it says it's filed too. This is so stupid. I don't really think it's stupid, but you have a creature, sea creature on the left, and that's their mouth. And you have a little man just floating in space aimlessly, I guess, a picture, probably photoshopped. So I'm not going to go through the whole article. There are other images I want to show you, but they have a case to show that the ocean is scarier, and then they have a case to show that space could be scarier. The first thing they say is you will never go to space. I will never go to space. Nobody you have ever met will go to space. The aspects of space that are scary, the emptiness, the inhospitability to life as we know it, the untold void, are either purely theoretical or more acutely felt here on planet Earth. Space is big and stupid and empty. Okay, this person writing is probably drunk. Excuse the background noise. I'm outside right now. I say this as... Okay, they can't even write. I say this as a former extreme space dumbass from college. You are a dumbass because you can't even write a straight sentence. All right, I digress. The ocean, on the other hand, will F you up. Not to do math on this here harrowingly stupid blog, but the infinite atmosphere having, can't breathe ass feeling as climate of space is more or less canceled out by the vastness of our friend, the ocean. Well, right now the ocean is dead, so I don't know how much of a friend you can have with a dead entity, but anyway. Space is bigger, but on a human scale, the difference is essentially meaningless. It's not as if you or I will ever see anything more than a tiny fraction of the ocean, and the human species has yet to explore more than like 5% of the global ocean. Mechanically speaking, there's no substantive difference between asphyxiating immediately once you pop into space and drowning after treading water for a few hours, except that if you were plopped in the middle of the ocean or even like 10 miles offshore, you'd have more time to contemplate your rapidly approaching death. Not to sound like some uncreative movie villain, but the essence of fear is anticipation. Well, that was the smartest statement they've made so far, in my opinion. And that's before you even consider the very real monsters that swim among us. You know, of course, about sharks and giant squids, which please imagine yourself in the ocean, looking down and seeing this dark shape of indeterminate size moving below you somewhere. Those are fine and scary enough, though they're not even what's really scary about the ocean. It's all the spectral sci-fi looking fish creatures that occasionally pop up to the surface. And then it says, look at these Lovecraftian horror mutants. And that's coming from, that's a reference to H.P. Lovecraft, who wrote the book about Cthulhu. And if you've seen Stranger Things, you know that the monster in Cthulhu, or excuse me, the monster in Stranger Things looks just like the H.P. Lovecraft creature called Cthulhu. Cthulhu is just a metaphor for the black phallus, in my opinion. You may have a different opinion. So here are some of the creatures from the ocean. Here's one. He doesn't look too scary, but when they get close up on it and open its mouth, this is how it looks. And the teeth are razor sharp and they're in rows, similar to a shark. but this animal lives in the deep part of the ocean, so it probably requires the use of smell or movement to find its prey, and it is clearly, in my opinion, a predator. They have a video here of an anglerfish. I'm not going to go into that. Here's another organism that was at the top, and let's come on down. They have a case for space. I'm not going to go into that. It's obvious that, you know, space exploration would be very difficult. We don't live in space, so you can read that at your leisure. I'll leave the link in the description box. So that's the end of that article. And I also saw, I just typed in Google scary ocean creatures. Now, some of these are real and some of them are not real. These you see are real. They're extremely creepy, you know, terrifying, horrifying deep sea creatures. This one here, I've seen my nephew, he's talked about this one. He said this is how he feels when he's hungry. So there are others that you see. You just saw this one. This is probably one of the scariest ones I've ever seen. You probably saw an animation of it in Finding Nemo, I believe, where he uses the little light to attract its prey and then it eats them with the sharp teeth. And I think the reason for that, this fish doesn't move very fast. And you have others here. This was just a photo that was scary. I think this person had their foot in water and there was a creature just below their feet in the water. So the trending physical feature of these creatures is that they have large mouths. You know, they're carnivores. They live in the deep part of the ocean. Some are large, some are small. Here's an octopus, or giant squid, excuse me, which doesn't look too scary until you're being attacked by one. This one is really weird. I can't even tell what it is, but it's like an eel mixed with a man, and yeah, I don't. There's a movie about this one. I can't remember the name, but yeah, let me know what you think in the comments section about this, and I'll talk to you all in the next video. Have a great day. It is Sunday, but I'll see you all later. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.